Hello, it's Festival of Neggs time. If you hear any background noise, I have to have every window open in my room. It's one window. There's one window, but it's hotter in my little apartment room than it is anywhere else on earth. So I'm trying to get some air, and it's just been like a real sweaty day. And I know that's what you clicked on this video for, not for Neopets, but to know that I am in a weird mood because it's too hot on Earth. So let's get into the Neopets. Termulculus is asleep, and I know that you get him as like a Battledome person. Maybe there's an avatar if Termy eats your pet. So let's go ahead and have Terms try to eat my pet, and I get bullseye candy. So that was such a fun time. Like I can't imagine any other way to start this Neopets Neopia adventure. But how are you all doing? How's everyone? How are your Neopets? How's the quest going? You know, can I get my avatar yet? When do you get the Snow Bunny avatar? I've been working on this avatar for, it's only 291 days, but like, is it called Snow Bunny? Which means I've been looking this up because it's not going. How long do I have to have one attached? 364 days. That's a year. Have I been working on this for over a year and we're not even there yet? We still have 60 whatever days to go. 70. Okay, this is fine. Okay, this will be my summer project. Why did I think I was gonna get this anytime soon? There's not a reason. Does Beef Chomp have some? Now we're gonna have to go do the pet stuff. That's Elaborate. Tony Hawk, you don't have a pet. Teakley, do you have a pet? That's a Zapper. Philly does not have a pet. Orbidon, that's a Zapper, but I kinda like the heart. I hope you all didn't want to go right into Negs, because I'm like, what do you mean? I've been doing. This is fine. Okay, it's fine. Everything's fine. I've just been doing some of these little avatar things, like a little bit, and I feel like I got a bunch of like the have whatever pet attached to your pet, and it'll be fine. But like, why is the Snow Bunny one lasting the longest? Like that's wild. Okay, so it's just that one pet I have left. There's probably other have this pet attached to your pet for however many days. We're not doing that right now because right now we have to do Festival of Neggs. We have to go visit Zyra. We have to see what's going on. Everything will be good. Great. Let's see. No library fairy today, which is upsetting. Because I want to know what's going on with Girly Pop. Okay, finally, okay, yeah. Because she wasn't there, but when you click on her, then she's there. She's here. I'm excited. Okay. So I wasn't able to find out too much more about that actress. It seems she up and moved out of nowhere with almost none of her stuff, even leaving a recently adopted pet behind. I did see she restarted her acting career, though, and it seems to be back to normal. So maybe this will just go away on its own. I'm not so sure. While digging into her, I found a bit of a pattern. There have been quite a few instances of Neopians having a string of bad luck lately in this area. There have been quite a few instances of Neopians having a string of bad luck in this area recently, and almost all records of these incidents date either around or after the article about the actress was written. So, is it a curse? No. That still doesn't track. You aren't cursed. And besides the actress, what happened to others hasn't been anything like what is going on with you. If I told y'all that I was just sweaty all day, miserable, and reading, would you believe me? Because I cannot pronounce these. That's fine. Literacy, I have it sometimes. Okay, here we go. There are too many leads now, and I may not even be on the right track. I'm so sorry, Zayra. I'm not so sure how helpful my books can be anymore. It's okay. I know we'll figure it out. I'm sort of spiraling here. My books have never not held the answer. So, how are you so calm about this? I've been worried about this festival. My biggest fear would be that I would mess it up somehow. Mostly that my stutter would come back full force and no one would be able to understand me. And in a way, my worst case scenario came true. And yet, things still worked out. Old me probably would have shut down. In fact, old me did. I used to get so nervous in the past that anytime I tried to speak, I would stutter so bad I could barely be understood. It got to the point where I just fully stopped talking out of fear of the mockery. It was then that I got mixed up with some not so nice individuals. They did not need me to talk as long as I could punch, steal, and fly fast. I never really liked it there, but I was young and scared. Bakari got me out. It took me a while for her to trust me, but she was patient and caring. She helped me find what I was passionate about, let me become her apprentice at the Neggery, and even got me to speech therapy to help mitigate my stutter. I never would have imagined running a festival like this before her. Yet here I am, my literal worst fear came true, and not only did no one mock me like they did before, they took the time to understand me. It may take longer than we wanted, but we will get there. Zaria knows the mood I've been on like the past 2 weeks about how like everything's awful, but everything will be beautiful in the end. Okay. Yay. Yay. Okay, you're right. Thanks for sharing that, Zyra. I'll keep looking. So, everyone just has like big positive vibes, even though we don't know about the future. And I think TNT's literally basing that off of like the past 2 weeks and what I've like come on here and said during Festival of Neggs and like slightly before Festival of Neggs. Just like, yeah, things are bad and mysterious and we don't know how it's going, but like look at the bright side. Literally based off of my YouTube videos. How iconic of me to be featured here. Yep. Both Zig Jürgerft. Okay. Okay, this is great. This is fantastic. These doesn't these, and I'm back to looking at the keyboard trying to see if it relates to anything, and I don't know if it does. So it's 3 3. Okay, yeah. I don't know what this means. I'm gonna be real honest with y'all. I don't know what any of this means, what it's supposed to be saying. Beep boo gorgon yap beep doo doo bop beep. So I'm gonna just start clicking on stuff. We're gonna start clicking on stuff. Yeah. How's everyone? How's everyone doing today? As I click around, I'm going based off the theory that we're visiting each land in Neopia once. So I'm going to the lands that I don't think we've picked up a pile of negs from. But I'm gonna be so real with y'all. I cannot tell you where we've been these past 11 days. So we did Tyrania, Terror Mountain. Did we do Haunted Woods? We're gonna just click around today because I kind of need that quarter of a point. Space armor, that's fun. How's everyone? How are your Neopets? How's the training? Gotta love Battledome training, am I right? How were the avatar hunts? Hope everything's good. I guess it's not on the moon. That's fine. Like I said, it's unbearably hot. And I cannot control how hot or cold it is in my apartment because that's up to my building. And that kind of goes against a right I have as a human being to be able to be cool. And I don't care if it's supposed to be cold the rest of this week. I don't. I truly should be able to turn on the air conditioning and have it running as cold as I want for as long as I want. Like that just feels right to me. So if I'm a little off, if I'm a little weird, it's because it's hot. And as we learned during Festival of Neggs, I don't like being hot. It's actually horrible. So not a lot because it's I didn't have anything to do today, which is part of the, maybe I should have had something to do today, but I also kind of just wanted to have like a chill weekend, and it's been chill and whatever. And then I was reading today, like I alluded to earlier, even though I can't really read, and it was fun. Read a book, loved the library, and what else? I didn't really do anything today. I like literally spent the day reading, which is very iconic of me, but like I also don't do things, obviously. Obviously, like I'm not the most interesting person, but like yeah, I read some books. Had a fun time reading some books, and I'm clicking on stuff, and I love clicking on stuff. And I don't know what to say, and I'm trying to fill the air and talk about stuff, but I don't really know what to talk about. And this is great. Confirm. Confirm. Girl, can I? Okay. I'm not trying to find anything. View the haunted woods. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I'm not confirming anything. I'm just trying to look for stores, and I think I hit the wrong thing. Is it a Neopet mask? Horrifying. Horribly scary. Okay, we're gonna click off of that page now. Do they have, can you buy things in the haunted woods? Do I just not know what's going on? This is great. Saying words to fill the air. Super duper fun, right? It's in Spooky Foods. No, it's not. It's somewhere. It's in Spooky Furniture. I haven't been lab ray zapping Lenny, cause I just haven't. I might like chill out with the lab ray for a little bit. And what else? Nothing else to say. Nothing else to say. I'm like trying to think of things, but it's hot and it's late and I have to go to work. I'm nervous for work tomorrow. That's a fun thing to talk about, how I'm not the most excited to go into work tomorrow, but I never am. How's work going? Horrible. My busy people are going to be back from vacation, so I'm probably going to have to get in early tomorrow so I can get everything prepared. That way when my busy people come back from vacation, I can just get all the insults in the world and how I let just everything fall apart in the week they were gone. And then I don't have any interviews this week, which like low-key sucks. I had a couple job interviews this past week and nothing like crazy serious. I think I had like 3, and then I was like interested in 2 of the positions, and the one I wasn't interested in went with another candidate, which was like kind of cool, but they also like low-key lied to me about what the job was like. So like it's fine. The job was more reception, which is cool. Shout out to every receptionist in the world, but I've done reception, not really my thing. And I was like answering questions, talking about my experience, and she's like, hold up, like this is reception, and I know we have like a silly title and all that, but you'll just be answering the phones. And I'm like, oh, so you guys were just falsifying the job descriptions. But I'm kind of interested in the other 2 positions. But we had like a little, one was like a little like first round phone screen with HR, and they said that on Friday they would let me know if I'm moving forward in the interview processes. So I'm just guessing that I'm not. And then the other one was on Thursday for the job that I want the most, and I stumbled my way through that interview. And I remember like shutting down the, like saying thank you, shutting down the Teams interview thing and being like, wow, I messed that one up. Messed that one up. It was a job that I genuinely wanted from the job description. Loved talking to the recruiter, and then I just fumbled in the interview. So hate it, but sometimes you fumble interviews, and so now I can just keep being an assistant. That's gonna be horrible, but that's fine. What else? I feel like what else is going on in my life? Nothing. Trying to do the new job. I'm not job searching as hard as I feel like I should be, but I don't know. Maybe like after my convention I'll start like truly doing it, or like the week or two before my convention. Until then, I'm kind of just passively job searching. Like, I want to get out of here, but I'm also still trying to figure out what I want to do, because like I am in school to like change my job, and I've been like looking at different positions on like how I can use my certificate, but like it's one of those things where like they want the certificate. They don't want to see that it's in progress. They're like, so we're not even going to consider you until you have the certificate. So I guess I'm going to just keep chugging along with my certificate. I guess that's what I have to do there. So that's school wise. And then I have to start working on my final paper, which I hate because I got my little big midterm paper back and it was rough. It was rough. It was horrible. Like, I've just, ooh, that wasn't good. And that was also like on one of those days where I just like really wasn't feeling it. I got that grad back and it's like, cool. Okay, I should drop out of my program. Like, it'll be fine. I'll still pass the class. But it's like, wow. I haven't written a paper since I graduated like 6 years ago, and you could tell. You could tell. Last semester, my last professor, beautiful, wonderful. This is a professor that said like she doesn't really like when students ask questions. And that was the first day of class. And it's just been odd ever since. So, like, what do you mean? You can't ask questions. Doesn't make any sense to me. So that's school. Looking for a new job. Living life. Rubbish dump, potato counter, tackle the floor. I don't want to do any of those. I'm trying to be entertaining. It's not my strong suit. Truly isn't. But we're gonna just go to jellyneo, I guess. We're gonna go to jellyneo, I suppose. And I hit up dailies, didn't mean to. I meant to hit home. And we're gonna try to figure out where this hint was supposed to be and what it means, and I'm gonna go. And it'll be fine. And part of me wants to like say that this video is gonna be private in the future. It's not bad. I already have the one like I for sure know from Festival of Neggs that I'm gonna private like 2 weeks after it comes out. This one I don't. This one might be unlisted. Like, I hate to do it to y'all's, but like if you like the video, you're still able to see unlisted stuff. So what is this? Okay, let's look at this clue. This clue changes each letter such that the new letter is the same distance from the end of the alphabet as the original letter is from the beginning of the alphabet. I'm staring off at a camera, a la The Office, a la reality show, and you can't tell. Who figured that out? And how? Maybe if I started this at like 6 in the morning, if I started this 12 hours ago, I could have figured that out. I just assumed this was another. The each letter, it's each letter is the same distance from the end of the alphabet as the original letter is from the beginning of the alphabet, and translates to you can find these fancy little fellas playing near the plants of a mountaintop. And no, I didn't get. No, I didn't get that. No, I didn't get that. No, come on. See, even though I think this goes along with my theory that we're visiting a new land every day in Neopia. Did I choose a time travel to like Nest? What Neggs have I been choosing? Should we go with Detective Neg? Did I choose? Did I? Because I've done Festival of Negafear, right? Time travel, detect. We're gonna go with detective. We're going with detective. Do I get anything? I get an official clue notebook and on the case background. So I'm right. We're visiting new lands in Neopia. I just didn't come here. How was I supposed to get that hint? Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, alright, sure. Sure, I'm supposed to know the alphabet and know that that letter is as far back from the alphabet as is the one from the front of the alphabet. Let me know how everything's going. Let me know if you got everything or if you just went to jellyneo. And I'll see you later. Bye.